Hi, my name is Tony Smith, and my wife Mary Smith and I are the co-founders to the Keys to Enlightenment program. The following lessons are taken from copyrighted materials belonging to our organization. And to learn more about us and our program, go to www.keystoenlightenment.com. And this is lesson 2 of the explanation of the Keys to Enlightenment. There are 4 keys for steady advancement toward complete spiritual enlightenment, and they are prayer, meditation, spiritual study, and application. Number 1, prayer. Few people understand the dynamics of prayer as both a privilege and a powerful energy, and how it actually works. It is both a privilege and a powerful energy that we can apply in any situation for any purpose that we choose, within the potential of that available power. Have you noticed that sometimes your prayers seem to produce the desired result, and sometimes they do not? What do you think is the cause of that? Is there any way we can improve how prayer works? Well, the first effect of prayer is in the consciousness of the one who prays. All dynamics after that are either in the body of the praying individual or in the environment. What would you say is the immediate effect of prayer in the consciousness? Well, inner peace, calming down, hope or faith, and relief of tension. The vibrations of the words impacts the center brain and the nervous system to increase production of a hormone called serotonin, which is called the happy hormone, and tranquilizes the system. After that, one can increase the sense of communion with God by use of powers of imagery and communication. We cannot emphasize enough how important prayer is, even though the effect of prayer may not be outwardly apparent. As said, the initial effect of prayer is within you, as you consciously communicate to God your request. What better way of closing this section of the class than saying, I pray for you and for all of your requests. Number 2, meditation. Ask yourself, how often do I meditate? Frequently? Daily? How many meditation techniques have I learned, studied, and practiced? Have I had at least one experience of light in my upper chakras while meditating? You can reach a point of where you can have spontaneous meditations, and it is a conscious decision. There will be experiences of inner light, and they continue to higher levels with determined habitual practice. Then, the potential of nirvana, with advancing increments of spiritual knowledge, as if written on a whiteboard of light. And everyone has this potential. In our book, The Master Teacher Within, you would find 7 techniques of meditation described with their potential benefits and how to practice them. But only 3 of those 7 have the potential to move your consciousness toward greater experiences of the divine light, or the Holy Spirit, within. And only 2 of them have the potential to answer spiritual questions that you pose. 5 of them can be used for self-awareness, self-examination, self-development, and self-actualization. Meditation is necessary for evolving past the mental stage of spiritual enlightenment. If you have not already, establish a habit of meditating. If possible, make it the same place, same time, daily. Get your body and your subconscious used to, or form the habit, of doing the same process every day. As a spiritual being, you owe it to yourself each day to communicate with God. This can become the most enjoyable and fulfilling part of your day. Number 3, spiritual study. When seeking greater enlightenment, what should we study? The answer is obvious. Any thoughts or ideas on spirituality that stimulate the process of contemplation, reflection, reasoning, and the feelings of curiosity, excitement, adventure, discovery, and hunger for fulfillment of spiritual realization. Study can be done alone or with others. When studying with others, it is important for each person to speak openly of their own perception about the topic. The idea is to explore and discover. It is not to seek agreement or draw a common conclusion. Such ideas are abstract, and what they mean to one person is not the same as what they mean to another. In exploring the ideas of others and in daring to expose your own ideas about a topic, each has had exposure to a different view of that idea, not necessarily a better or worse idea. To study in this way is to advance the sense of understanding and the potential to express as a spiritually aware human being regardless of what happens to your life. We are available to read or explore your spiritual ideas with you. Writing down and communicating with another is a great way of discovering and emphasizing your spiritual paradigm. And number 4, application. Ask the question, have you ever learned something through exposure and even determined its meaning and accepted it as knowledge, only to forget to use it when an appropriate situation arises? Having spiritual knowledge without applying it remains only a theory in the consciousness. Here is an example. One important law to remember, one important spiritual law to know, is that all progress unfolds from point of order to point of order. Take some time to think about the meaning of that statement in relation to whatever has the potential to manifest, whether it be a progression toward the desirable or undesirable. Now let me state a problem that I want you to think about and do some reasoning out loud and state a solution that you would use. People in different parts of the world are not treated well by their form of government. Again, reason out loud and state a solution that you would use. Think about the spiritual law, all progress unfolds from point of order to point of order. Did you remember to look at the problem as a point in the development towards something and come up with a solution that would sidetrack the escalation or accumulation of energy in the direction of the problem? Thinking about something, thinking about anything, gives energy to that which you are thinking about, regardless of what it is, or whether you support it or not. Our evidence of having really learned, rather than just having heard and believed, is in whether we apply that knowledge in the situations and events in our lives. So, a brief announcement. We will be on vacation next week, so there will be no classes sent out at that time. The week after, we will begin a new class. So thank you, and may you have a great couple of weeks.